It'll be Mark Bernardo to start back in the ruck for Werribee Centrals, and Craig Revel to start in the ruck for Winchelsea.
If you look around, there doesn't appear to be a dramatic number of changes, and perhaps you can understand that with the game still relatively close and neither side able to get any sort of a break, and it's back to the status quo. By the look of things, I can't see any dramatic changes out there at all.
Well, one's Matthew Warland, who's gone to centre half forward, so they're putting their faith in the youngster a little bit. He's up against Rowan Thwaites. Certainly got the skill to play there.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. And Russell Scott probably, whilst he's lining up on the wing, I wonder whether he may well play there, and it mightn't be a bad move for the coach to basically almost play an on-ball role from the wing these days, can't you?
Exactly. Umpire Mothers with the ball in the centre, just asking both captains to make sure they're right. They are. Start of the third term. Werribee Centrals 5-12-42 they lead. Winchelsea 4-2-26. And it'll be Bernardo and Revel. Bernardo goes up and gets it down easily. Hawks is there, tries to take it away. Ripped off the football by Fagan. Foley in there working hard as well. Sacks on the mill. Secondary bounce in the middle. So we'll do it all again. Big pack around the ball. Pretty open both sides of the pack. Bernardo goes up early. Comes towards Watson, who flicked it out somehow. Goes towards the back end of the ruck contest. Days in there fighting hard for it. Tried to get it out. The umpire will have to come in and ball it up now. Up against Resta.
Kerry Day, and in trying to get out of the pack, then almost put his head into a headlock. Resta had him as he came out.
Bernardo, Revel, big thump away towards Tui running onto it at half forward. Tried to get the handball away. Scott's there, clearing kick for Werribee Centrals towards Calvert on centre wing. Doesn't sit for him. And his opposite number gets it back towards Fagan. Set him up, Bernardo. And that was Hazel who got that away. Now on centre wing, Bernardo again. Adrian Bernardo goes wide, looking for a teammate. Oh, ripped off the football. Could be a free kick, and will be. And it will be Werribee Centrals. No advantage paid. It'll have to come back. And it's Chug. Goes with the right foot long towards left chook. Watson up against him. Watson gets there first. And we'll be pretty happy to see it over the boundary line. And does so. 45 metres around from the Werribee goal.
Yes, I thought left chook probably didn't get to support for Stuker enough on that occasion. But ball thrown in. Left chook doing the ruck work down to Foley. Lovely tap down. Foley covered a lot of distance. Gets a lovely handball over to Stuker from 15 metres out directly in front, or 45-degree angle. But very, very close to the goals, and he's tried to chip it through and missed. So that's the first score of the third quarter. Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard quarter, 5-13-43 Werribee Centrals, 4-2-26 Winchelsea, and that's at the 2-minute mark of this third quarter.
Hampshire from fullback. Lex to go to the outer side. Good kick for distance, 60 metres. Oh, Calvert flies. Day takes the mark. Good mark too. Hands it off to Russ Scott. Goes over the top to Leake, who's got an absolute paddock if it sits for him. And it does. He can run away, take a bounce, and keep going at half forward. Take two. Oh, lost the footy. Now coming at him is Adrian Bernardo. Handballs it back to Williams. Has to sit and wait. Oh, they're mucking around with it now. He's got nowhere to go. Handballs it back to the wing. Russell Scott, short little kick around the corner. Goes towards Roland Beck at half back for the Centurions. Try and clear again. Gives it away to Bernardo. And he wheels around on the left boot, goes back towards centre wing. Calvert takes the mark on the chest. He's got Chug in the middle by himself. He sees him. He goes in that direction now. He takes the mark. He's got on the outboard Kennedy. He gives him the handball. Runs through, goes with the right boot towards centre half forward. 2-on-1 for Stuker. He's got a paddock. He's got left chook over the top. He chips it over the top to him, and left chook will have to stand and take the mark. He does so. Up against 3 Winchelsea players. And he will shoot for goal from 35, 40 metres out. Slight angle.
Well, the turnover hit Winchelsea very badly then, because they seem to have loose players everywhere. Werribee Central's in the forward line, and I think they've been made to pay. It looks like a bit of a cut over the eye there for Richard Fagan as he comes off. Left chook now. Lovely looking kick from 35 metres out. He's kicked the goal, and that's his first of the day. He's had a few tries, but all of a sudden it does seem to me as if Werribee Centrals have settled a little better after half time. They've now kicked 6-13-49. They lead Winchelsea 4-2-26. That's on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard. Now 4 minutes into the third quarter.
So a good start for the Centurions in the third term, with left chook kicking his first goal. Back in the middle, umpire Hooper with it. Bernardo and Revel. Bernardo gets it down. Williams fights hard for it. Running over the top two was McCallum, just on the ground for Winchelsea. Handball. Missed Leak. Goes towards Kennedy. Kennedy picks it up at half forward. Wants to set something up. Goes to the right foot long. And Winchelsea should be able to take the mark. They do. The umpire's whistle's gone. And Lupino has taken the mark. Wants to switch play back towards half back. Russ Scott makes up some ground and takes the mark on the point of the centre square at half back. Switches play to the outer side looking for Kerry Day. If it sits for Kerry, he's got a bit of time and space as well, but it doesn't. Now it does. Comes back in. Oh, left foot kick over the top towards Mawson. Doesn't sit for him. Coming out Tui. Grabs it. Handball towards Lupino. Set him up. Now he's surrounded by Centurions. Gets a clearing kick towards the half forward flank. Williams sits for him okay. Wants to get back around on the left or now the right. He sits there. Goes. The lead's on. And does it get there? Yes, it does. And the mark has been taken by Edwards. So Ray Edwards, who has one goal to his name, will shoot from just inside 50. Pretty tight angle from the outer side half forward flank. Comes in now off a couple of steps, and I think he's missed it to the near side. He has one behind. So they go to 4-3-27 Winchelsea, and they trail Werribee Central 6-13-49. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 5.5 minutes played.
Well, the kick in, it's gone astray. Day almost took the mark for Winchelsea. Gets a handball wide to his team player in Doyle. But, players pushed in the back there. No free kick. The umpire allows play to go on now. He's paid the free kick for pushing the back. Maybe it was the original free kick. He thought there might have been advantage and that didn't occur. I'd suggest that's what might have happened there because Davis was the player who I believe originally was pushed in the back. Now he's inside 50, but he's standing on the boundary line at this moment. He'll be kicking from 45. Will take a very good kick from there. However, he's put it up in the breeze. It's going to miss the goals. Almost taken off the hands of the pack there by Doyle, but off his hands it's over the boundary line. So it's beside the behind post, northern end, the end to which Winchelsea in this third quarter are kicking. Big pack of players now waiting to throw in. So we've been going 6.5 minutes in the quarter. In comes the ball. At the back there was Foley, turned back into trouble, but finally got his foot to the football. He gets it wide, a handball over the top looking for Kennedy, but it's intercepted there by the Winchelsea forwards, and they've done a good job to keep it in there. And it's out of bounds, half forward flank for Winchelsea, as mentioned, kicking to the northern end this third quarter. Once again, big pack of players, but there doesn't appear to be too many ruckmen there. I see Bernardo's now arrived, but Winchelsea don't seem to have a ruckman. However, Tui does the ruck work, gets it down to Scott. His kick is smothered off the boot by Foley. The handball comes clear to Manson. He's had a pot shot from 35 out directly in front. Unfortunately, he also is offline, and another behind to the Winchelsea side. 4-4-28. They trail Werribee Central 6-13-49. That's on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, 7.5 minutes third quarter.
Dixon will kick the ball back in for Werribee Centrals. He goes short to Williams. It's okay. Takes the mark in front of Day. In the left back pocket for Werribee. Goes to the right boot, long towards half-back, looking for Thwaites. McCallum up against him. Thwaites can't take the mark. Great roving Foley. Oh, gets his head absolutely ripped off. The umpire plays advantage, I think, in him. Didn't even blow the whistle, though. Justin Morley, short little kick. It's okay, finds Chug. Handball back to Morley. They've set up the play through the middle. Oh, Leek did well to keep the pressure on now. Beck through, back to Chug. They've got the numbers, Werribee. They go through half forward. The lead's on. Great kick to Festuca. He can't take the mark. Good second effort, though. Goes around, wheels around on the left, but if you don't mind, kicks a goal. Oh, his third goal, and a seventh for Werribee Centrals. They go to 7-13-55, and they lead Werribee Centrals. They lead Winchelsea 4-4-28. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter score at 8.5 minutes played.
There was a fair bit of family resemblance, I thought, with that goal.
Very much so.
Oh, gee, I could see Jason and wheeling around on the left foot there and put it through. As Richard Fagan comes back onto the ground, the little bit of a nick over the eye has been repaired, and ready to get back into the fray. And I think they need him around the footy. And as Laurie said at half-time, this young man waiting to come on now, I think they need him on the ground, Partridge. So the ball in the air. Bernardo gets a tap down, gets a follow-up punch. Punches it 35 metres forward. Hawkes races after the footy, but he's beaten to it by Williams of Winchelsea. The ball comes to ground. Hawkes following up, picks it up. Well tackled by Day, but he can't stop him. Gets it back towards centre half forward. Off hands. It's come to ground. Oh, charging through there was Manson again for Winch. Handball over the top to Lapino. He goes further with a handball. And Winch out of trouble. Go towards centre wing. Beck gets a little bit of a tap forward there from his opponent. He taps it over the top in Watson. And on centre wing, it's picked up there by Kennedy. He can't get a kick, but he's found Williams with a long handball. Williams has chipped a little pass in towards half forward to Chugg. And just outside 54, Werribee Centrals, Chugg has taken the mark. Decides to kick it back into the corridor toward left hook. He's strong in front. When he's in front, very, very difficult to counter because he's much taller than his opponent there. And left hook, well, would take a huge kick. He would have to kick from 45 into what's now quite a reasonably strong breeze. And left hook of Werribee Centrals. Moves in. I'll tell you what, he's done pretty well. He's got it right to the goal square in front Werribee Centrals. Calvert, handball down to Resta. Off one step, goes right across the face of goal. And in defence, Stuart Williams. Just a little bit too much pace there for Hawks, has taken the defensive mark. Right in the back pocket. He's got players on the change room side, the western side. In fact, Partridge is doing very well, just sitting out in the wing, but unfortunately they're not going to get the ball. However, terrific mark there, strong mark by Tui on half-back flank for the Winchelsea side. He's gone toward the centre of the ground. Fagan drops the mark. Perhaps Wallen might have, in best position, should have gone for it. Left hook off the ground, goes towards centre half forward. Leading in the race was handball across to Williams. And, oh, a great mark running with the flight of the ball is left hook. And set up by Simon Calvert. Nice little handball to Williams. Williams in the air, probably set it up for a left hook, but strong, courageous mark by the big fella. 20 metres out directly in front and should add to his 1 goal tally so far. Left hook now, moves in. Not a bad looking kick, straight over the goal umpire's head. That's his second. And now Werribee Central starting to assert some authority in the game, I believe. 8 goals, 13-61. They lead Winchelsea 4-4-28. That's on the Lexus of Wyndham scoreboard, 11 and a half minutes now into the third quarter.
So good mark by Scott Leftchook and finished it off with the goal. So back to the middle. Partridge, as we said, back on the ground. He'll do battle with Bernardo.
That's Watson, the goal kicker, just limped off a little bit.
Yep. Gleeson back on. Now back to the middle umpire. Hooper has the ball. Throws it in the air. Bernardo, who's dominated in this quarter, but Partridge got a hand to it. Back to Bernardo again. Goes towards half forward. Calvert in front. Dangerous when like that. In front at centre half forward, takes the mark. On 50. Lead on from Gillum. Goes in that direction now. Great kick. Can't take the mark. Play on the call. Winchelsea at the back of the pack. Falls though towards Chugg again to left. Chook. Look for the handball. Turn around. Kick the goal. No. Lapino goes back there to make sure it's through for 1 behind. So they go to 8-14-62 Werribee Centrals. They lead Winchelsea 4-4-28. Lexus of Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 12 and a half minutes played.
Some of their more experienced players coming to the fore. Calvert, Leftchook, Roland Beck, having a very good third quarter, I'd suggest.
Kick in, bowled Andrew Leake over, and Glenn Hampshire from the kick in, but it's out of bounds, just touched his leg, so it will be a boundary throw in.
In defence of young Leake, it wasn't a real good kick. It
landed that's true.
10 yards short of him.
So a boundary throw in, Partridge and Leftchook. Over the back, Foley's there. Partridge got both hands to it. Handball towards Kerry Day. His handball to Mawson. Had it and lost it, got it back, then gets ripped off the football. Bernardo's there. Quick kick towards Leftchook again. Punched away towards Hawks, who stands his ground. Partridge over the top, has to get rid of it. And it's held to him, said the umpire. And we will have a ball up at half forward.
I wonder if a lot of these players actually have stops. They seem to be slipping a bit on that grass.
Bernardo over the back of his head with the ruck tap towards Russell Scott. Rides the bump. Fagan needs some support. Foley's in there. Partridge tackles him too high, said the umpire.
Might have ducked the head a bit,
and
Warren.
Will be
a bit of experience on the young head there.
Free kick to Warren Foley.
So he's taking his time getting up. I think that hurt a little bit, that one.
Well, it was the big man who got him, Partridge.
Yeah.
He made sure he felt it.
Be a huge kick from there. He's outside. He's certainly outside 50.
So Foley Looks for the kick inboard, straight to Kerry Day. He drops the mark, plays on, needs some support, comes out from half back, gets a clearing kick towards centre wing. Now it's a foot race. Dixon and Doyle, the two number 10s. Dixon needs some support. Thwaites is there, gives it to him. He gives it back to Morley. Phantom wants to get back on that left boot, does so towards centre wing. Oh, Brendan Chug did very well to stand his ground. Knew he was under pressure. No, can't pay advantage, umpire Hooper, because you paid the mark. And Barney saying to him, Mark Renato can't believe it, but he paid the mark. So Chug on centre wing. Goes to the right boot, back towards the centre. Calvert goes up, can't take the mark off hands. Leak doesn't sit for him. Scott gets a clearing kick to centre forward. Left chook, can't quite grab it. Now running away Edwards, clearing kick towards centre wing. Foot race, Beck getting across there with Dorling. Dorling leads in the race for the ball and goes with a left foot kick back towards Calvert at half forward. Or takes the mark overhead and try to set something up again for the Centurions.
Ominous signs there with Calvert, I'd suggest.
He goes short and finds Scott at half forward. Wants to switch play back to the middle. Kennedy gives him the call over the back of Kerry Day. Now off hands at centre half forward for Werribee Centrals. Through the middle, Fagan and Leak. They can't pick it up. Day can. Tries to break a couple of tackles. Threw it out towards the centre of the ground. Doyle leads in the race for the footy. Nearly comes back to him. Now off hands towards Mawson, who can't take it. Thwaites, Werribee with the numbers. Kennedy again on the back end of the centre square. Goes towards Chug at half back. Got a bit of time to set something up. Takes a bounce. Settles down. Goes to the right boot towards half forward. Sets it up again for O'Malley on the ground. Punched away by Scott. O'Malley's second effort couldn't take it with him. Fagan can. Oh, look for a handball. Should have kicked it. Holding the ball. And we'll take a free kick advantage to played, is it? Oh. Should have been. And while that's happening, not good signs for the coach.
No.
Russell Scott being carried from the ground with an ankle injury by the looks of it. Straight off the ground too. So some changes. Now from the middle, Restuck goes wide. Day, Calvert up, can't take the mark. Off hands. Second effort was fantastic. Flicked it to Peter Williams. No look handball. He tried to handball it back. And it's pushed over the line by Winchelsea's defence. And it will be a boundary thrown at half forward.
Well, the Winchelsea interchange player suggested to Scott then he should come through the interchange gate, and he said, no way, I'm not coming back on. You could clearly see what he was saying. So he's off for the day, still Russell Scott, which is very sad when they lose their leader. From the throw-in, half-forward flank for Werribee Centrals, who've got control at the moment. Handball comes out on this occasion to Manson. He's kicked the centre wing, Kennedy off the ground, and it lands just inside the field of play. And that will be a throw-in adjacent to our broadcast position, which is on the centre wing on the change room side here at Galvin Park. 17 minutes gone, third quarter. Boundary umpire puts the ball into play. Great work, Bernardo, once again, but intercepting there's Kerry Day. Handball across to Leak. Away he goes for the bounce down. Kicks it long to centre wing. Tui in front, takes the mark on his chest. Needs to go goalwards now. There's the lead, gone short, but intercepting there is Roland Beck. And my word, doesn't he read the ball well as a defender? So Beck saw what was happening there. He sees a loose man at centre half back, and it's Mark Bernardo. He chips it over the top. He's got another player loose on centre wing, and Werribee got the loose man going. Kennedy takes the mark, drives long to centre half forward. The lead from left chook, maybe infringed, not so, said the umpire. Comes to ground, thrown along the ground by Werribee Centrals, picked up there for them. Handball comes clear to Hawks. Hawks back across the ground. They're going backwards and forwards across half forward. Oh, young Warland up high, can't take the mark. And Winchelsea desperate in defence at the moment, looking for the safety of the boundary line, and find it as it rolls over just in front there of Dave Kennedy of Werribee Central. So Winchelsea under a bit of pressure. I think young Warland could well be on the ball at the moment. And ball thrown in. Bernardo again. He's done a great job in the ruck for them. Picked up there by Partridge. Kicks forward for Winchelsea. In defence there. Great work by Dixon. Handball from Werribee Centrals. Intercepting was Kerry Day. Can't control it. Comes to Doyle. Handball across to Fagan. He goes across the ground. The lead there by Tui once again. Can't take the diving chest mark. Ball pushed out to Roland Beck. Handball clear. Intercepted there by Doyle. And gee, the tempo's gone up now in this latter portion of the third quarter. Handball over the top. Goes to Tui. Can't pick it up. Tries to come back on the favoured left foot. Falls over. Punches the ball along the ground. Picked up by Werribee. Crossed there by hand to Dixon. He can't control it. There's a bit more pressure there now as the ball comes clear to centre wing. Picked up there by Williams of Winchelsea. Great tackle there by Dixon. And the ball comes clear. Leak, he can't pick it up. Well, it's real rough and tough stuff out there now. Lapino finally gets the footy, but as he kicks it, he's run over the boundary line. So it will be returned to centre wing. At the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, Lexus Wyndham scoreboard 8-14 Werribee Centrals. They lead Winchelsea 4-4, but it's gone up a notch in this latter portion of the third quarter.
Boundary throw in, outer side, centre wing. Partridge and Bernardo. Favours Bernardo in front. Partridge gets a big thump to it though. Kerry Day's there as well. Tried to pick it up, slung off the ball. Over the top now. Partridge comes across again. Day's second effort was good. Still off hands. Werribee with the numbers. And they get it free. Back towards centre half forward. Calvert used the body beautifully. Oh, man, brought the ball in if you don't mind. And takes the mark inside the centre square. At centre half forward. Gillum gives him a lead. So does Left Chook. He goes in that direction. He's been pretty hot in this quarter. Left Chook. And again, he does well to break free and take the mark. 40 metres out from goal slide angle.
You see some man that's created some problems up forward for Winch in this quarter.
So Scott Leftchook, who's kicked 2 goals, 3 this afternoon, a chance to put Werribee Central's 9th on the board. He comes in. He's floated across, might not make the distance. Calvert goes up very early, standing at the back of the pack if you don't mind. Nick Gillum's taken the mark. Everybody up and he stayed down.
That was a pretty good foil by
Calvert.
By Calvert, he took everyone with him.
So Nick Gillum will shoot for goal. He's got 2 behinds this afternoon. He comes in, and I reckon he might have 3. In fact, I reckon he's missed everything. And I reckon that's the worst of his 3 kicks. Just got the last 2 in, but that one he's missed everything.
He was only 15 metres out at the worst, wasn't he? Dear, oh dear.
So the Blues to go through Lapino in the back pocket. He goes short, it's okay, and finds Hazel. He goes short over the top to Partridge at centre half back, takes the mark. Kicks laterally across the ground, it's okay. Leake, lost in the sun I think. Got some support Williams, handballs it back to Leake. Did well, good hands, runs through centre wing now. Goes towards centre half forward, centres the ball, looking for Doyle, who goes up, and Mawson off hands, coming through Fagan. Had it, lost it, got it back, should play on advantage. Runs in 40 metres out, and just didn't settle enough. And has missed one behind to Richard Fagan. They go to 4-5-29. They trail Werribee 8-14-62. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 21.5 minutes played.
Well, it's unfortunate that didn't result in a goal for Winchelsea because it's one of their better passages of play for the day. A handball, long kick to position, the advantage free kick paid, and unfortunately Fagan was just a little offline, and a goal would have been just reward for that bit of play. So now Dixon for Werribee Centrals, chips in short, has found his teammate in Resta at centre half back. He, being a left footer, looking to go to the outer side, and he does. Away he goes, long kick to centre wing. Well, 2-1 against the Werribee Central side. Ball comes to ground to Williams. Williams chips wide, looking for Mawson. Handball inboard. Finally comes back to Williams once again. He's gone wide again, and mark taken. Looks like Berg, is it out there? Gleeson chips over the top, and on this occasion has found, is that Davis, 25 metres out, almost directly in front, and an opportunity here for the Winchelsea team to add to their score, which is desperately needed. They're kicking with the aid of a reasonably strong breeze in the third quarter, and have been rather badly outscored so far. So Davis lines up, moves in. Not a bad looking kick. The umpire's moved across a fair way. The players are applauding. What's the goal umpire going to tell us? He's going to tell us it's a goal. So that's second in fact for Davis for the day. It's the 5th for Winchelsea. They move to 5-5-35. They trail Werribee Central's 8-14-62. Lexus Wyndham scoreboard third quarter, 23 minutes gone.
So badly needed goal with the breeze for Winchelsea. They probably need a couple more quick ones before three-quarter time.
I see along the fence Coach De Goldie is looking much more comfortable in this third quarter.
He is. And back in the middle, Partridge to do battle with Bernardo. The umpire to put the ball in the air. Does now. Partridge goes up early. Bernardo gets it down. Hawks through his legs. Couldn't take it with him. Umpire has paid a kick in danger, and it will be a free kick to Winchelsea. Back in the centre of the ground it will be Davis.
Three-quarter time AFL. Carlton 4-9, Sydney 14-8. Collingwood 15-14, West Coast 12-7. Brodie Holland understands 7 goals for Collingwood.
Davis nearly brings Rome with that kick to centre half forward. Big pack at centre half forward for Winchelsea. Warland does well, breaks free, gets around on the right boot, settles. Kick was smothered by Chug. Numbers with Werribee. That was Resta, couldn't take it with him. Now Mark Bernardo, fresh air shot nearly, but good enough to get it towards Dorling. His kick's partly smothered. Goes towards Chug again, slips over the crucial stage. Mawson comes in, Doyle as well for Winchelsea, working overtime. The big man ripped off the football at half forward for the Blues, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. So
fairly untidy passage of play there. So umpire on 50, the attacking 50-metre arc for Winchelsea. 25 minutes gone, third quarter. Umpire Hooper puts it in the air. Bernardo in front, gets it down, only as far there as Williams of Winchelsea comes to ground. Fagan descends on it, can't control it, and Werribee quite comfortable to push the footy over the boundary line and out. 40 metres from the behind post, and I think defence might be the order of the next couple of minutes. They can sense three-quarter time's not far away. In fact, a number of players, I think, suggesting that it could come sooner rather than later. Comes to Williams from the throw-in on the left foot, goes wide. The handball comes to Roland Beck, taken without the footy. No free kicks at the umpire. Picked up again by Davis, and he's found his teammate in the forward pocket.
Mawson.
And that's Mawson. So he's within kicking distance. He would be 40 metres out, but he's almost on the boundary. But I guess over the years we've seen some pretty good goals kicked from that particular pocket at the northern end here at Galvin Park. Mawson moves in.
That's one of them.
Nice looking kick, and I tell you what, it is a good pocket to kick goals from, because Mawson has kicked his first, and Winchelsea's kicked their sixth. 6 goals, 5-41. They lead Werribee Central's 8-14. They trail Werribee Central's 8-14-62. Lexus to Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, and it's now 26 minutes gone.
See Adrian Bernardo getting ready to come back on. Scott to come off. So back in the middle. 26.5 minutes played, third term. Partridge and Bernardo. They go up. Partridge goes early, gets it down. Warland coming off the wing was Solstheim too. Couldn't take it with him. Handball to Foley was great. And he runs free, goes to the right boot towards left. Chook over his head this time. Edwards takes the mark. And we'll try and relieve the pressure. He's got Leake and Warland running the Combox side, but he elects to go to Williams on the outer side. Gets a high tackle as he went for a mark, so he gets the free kick.
Watching young Wall, and he knows where to go.
Yeah, he's running right towards centre half forward now. Davis has got it. He's still there by himself. Now, short kick by Davis out. The lead of Day goes up. Oh, good mark. At half forward, Kerry Day.
And he's still there.
Still there. Oh, well, Kerry Day's picked him out. Now it gets to him. Foley picked him out too. So did Kennedy. Wallen goes up 2-on-1. Now coming through. Wallen still there. Got it. Lost it. Needs some support. 1-on-3. Did pretty well in the end, the kid.
They just hold it up too long to get it to him. He read that beautifully. You just sort of watched him run from backward of the centre to centre half forward, and unfortunately it took too long to get it to him. So at centre half forward, 27.5 minutes gone, third quarter. The umpire puts the ball up. A lot of players around the footy. Tapped down by Partridge of Winchelsea. Comes to ground. Beck intercept. No, in fact it's
O'Malley.
O'Malley picks up the handball. It's very, very scrappy at the moment. Foley finally picks it up, kicks it toward the boundary line. Roland Beck chases the footy along with Solstheim. Solstheim gets it over the top for Winchelsea. Comes back to Mawson in there. Little handball out by Mawson looking for the boundary, and in fact has found it. But gee, very, very untidy football there late in the third quarter, and I think it's probably indicative of first game conditions. Players starting to get tired close to three-quarter time, and the skills are starting to suffer. Big punch forward by the Winchelsea side. Picked up there by Kennedy for Werribee Centrals, looking for the safety of the boundary, but it's bounced back into the field of play. It's Dixon there. Strong play through the player without the footy. Got to be a free kick to the Winchelsea side, and it's Partridge. And he's worked very, very hard to keep that footy in the forward line for the Winchelsea side late in this third quarter. Was probably too far out to kick a goal, but I tell you what, I'm a very poor judge. He's kicked the distance easily. Unfortunately, it's about 30 metres offline. He's kicked that from 60. Huge kick from the young man, and unfortunately, out of bounds on the full. Ensuing free kick to Kennedy. I think it is in the back pocket there for Werribee Centrals. as he kicks it back into the play. Half-back flank, big pack.
Oh.
Up high, huge mark by
Warland.
young Matthew Warland, and that's in contention for mark of the day, without a doubt, that one. In fact, it was over Simon Calvert, so that's not a real bad mark at all. So Warland now, unfortunately, goes to, I think the lead was probably to the wrong pocket by Winch, unfortunately. Out of bounds on the full, and I guess centering the ball might have been a better option. However, the ensuing free kick goes to Kennedy once more for Werribee Centrals in the back pocket for them. Little chip over the top, finds the coach, Peter Williams, so he'll be right for a game next week as Williams takes the mark on half-back flank for Werribee. He obviously realises three-quarter time's not far away. He's slowing the game right down. There goes Long, looking for somebody on centre wing. Off hands it comes to Simon Calvert. Eludes a tackle, chips it back towards centre wing. Hawks interfered with. No free kicks at the umpire. Comes down to Kerry Day. Handball to his teammate in awful pressure. Back to Day. Great pressure here by the Werribee side. Comes to Roland Beck. He can't pick it up. Stacks on the mill. Umpire allows play to continue. Player tackle without the footy there. No free kick. The umpire, well, it's very, very untidy. Kicked out by left hook, looking for the boundary. And I think Peter Williams was more than happy for that ball to end up on the boundary. It's just a bit of an altercation there on centre wing. Umpire Hooper talking to a couple of players. And I think Swapes and Fagan not very happy about circumstance. Oh, Hawks, magnificent blind turn out of trouble. Put Roland Beck into a bit of bother, but he's good enough to elude it. Kicks forward. Now he's got Pastuka there. Good work there by the Werribee side. Kicked it high in the air. It's Simon Calvert coming through strongly. Takes the chest mark. I think a little bit big for young Leake on that occasion. Goes further forward, and the mark taken for Werribee Centrals, and that's Chug. He's at centre half forward, and I just noticed a number of players look to be starting to cramp. Shug's one of them, and my goodness, three-quarter time I don't think can come soon enough. 31 minutes gone, as Chug now will kick the ball from 40 metres out into a bit of a breeze, but he's lining up. Brendan Chug has already kicked the goal. It's not a bad looking kick. It's going to just get in, I think, from here. That's a goal. The central umpire signalled one hand, which signifies a behind. The goal umpire's given a goal, so I don't think the central umpire is a good judge in that situation. However, the goal goes down on this occasion to Brendan Chug. It's his second. It's the 9th for Werribee Centrals. 9-14, 68. They lead Winchelsea 6-5-41. Lexus have win the third quarter scoreboard. 32 minutes gone.
Umpire Hooper throws the ball in the air. Partridge gets it down. Fagan leaves it behind. Has to second effort was good. Then he gets ripped off the ball as well. So it'll be a secondary bounce in the middle of Galvin Park. And umpire Hooper to throw the ball up. Bernardo's gone down with cramp as well in the middle of the ground. The secondary bounce will be right next to him. So Partridge goes up early. Getting it down in the end, I think, was O'Malley over the shoulder, or in fact it was too high. It'll be a free kick to Warland. No, in fact it's going to be Fagan. No, Fagan goes out wide looking for Williams, puts the hands up and takes the mark. Got Partridge, short kick, but he elects to go further, back towards centre half forward. Watson off hands, in front Mawson, tried to get the quick kick away. Running through the middle. Now Fagan, free kick over the shoulder. Going to beat a Dixon, and 50. And Josh Davis coming on, and Bernardo off the ground. 50 for kicking the ball away after the whistle had blown.
And to make matters worse, the ball ran through the goal.
So it will be
just a progress score at Colac in the GFL. Colac 8-7, lead Trail Lara 8-8.
So I'll point the difference at Central Reserve in Colac. A good game, the GFL match of the day down there. Now the ball will come back, and it will come back to through the goals at the northern end to the southern end centre half forward position. And it will be Werribee with the ball. It will be Dixon. And he kicks it up high, looking for left chook. 3 against him. Partridge, the big man, stands his ground. Push, said the umpire. And Scott Leftchook will take the free kick.
Actually, it was rather amazing. I thought Leftchook was surrounded by 3 players and he pushed. But here's the man in the middle. I just wonder if the timekeepers have gone back to Winchelsea.
34 minutes.
We haven't had that many goals kicked, surely.
Well, there you go. Speaking of the devil, he comes in. And has he squeezed it in? Yes, he has. So Scott Leftchook has kicked his 3rd goal. And that is the 10th for Werribee Centrals. And at 3/4 time, they lead 10-14-74. They lead Winchelsea 6-5-41 in that 3rd term. The Centurions kicked 5 goals 2, while Winchelsea managed 2 goals 3. The goal kickers to 3/4 time. 3 each to Scott Leftchook and Matt Verstuka, and 2 to Brennan Chugg. Singles to Peter Williams and David Kennedy, while for Winchelsea, 2 each to Gary Watson and Ryan Davis. Singles to Jade Mawson and to Ray Edwards. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the final term in our match day coverage this afternoon. It's Werribee 10-14-74. They lead Winchelsea 6-5-41. You're listening to 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.